Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to film palettes that you already own but that will work for Valentine's Day. So the first ones. Now I'm going to be honest with you, when we go to Charlotte Tilbury you could pretty much pick out any palette because the Pillow Talk theme has been dragged to death, and predominantly the colours in there are pinks, they're mauves, they're like soft purples, so you could literally pick out any palette and just run with it. So the first one I'm going to go for is the Pillow Talk Instant Eye Palette. Now she looks like this, and I debated with my husband about whether or not this one was very Valentine's, but then we decided that actually yeah it is. It's more of a soft Valentine's palette, so that one for sure is Valentine's. Next palette from Charlotte Tilbury is the Mesmerizing Maroons. Now as I said before, you can pick any palette, but for this we're going to go with this one because it's again a soft pinky mauvey, but it will work. Next we're going to go to Juvia's Place, which recently has been doing more pinky tones. That's quite a recent thing. So let's get started. So firstly we have the Melissa palette, which looks like this on the outside and this on the inside. Again, this is one of my favourite palettes at the moment. It is it's deep and dark, as in this tone is quite deep, this is quite deep, this is quite deep, but then this lightens it all up. But this will give you a very vampy Valentine's Day look. So Melissa palette for sure. Next we have the Berries, and just by the name you know instantly that's going to be a Valentine's palette for sure. So again, we have our kind of vampy Valentine's look with this palette. Gorgeous tones. This is actually one of my favourite palettes. This and the Melissa palette are actually one of my faves at the moment. So that is the Berries. Next we have the Sweet Pinks, and just by the name you know that's going to be a Valentine's palette. So the outside of it looks like this. Oh, there you go. And the inside is like this. So this is going to give you a hot pink Valentine's look. And you can't go wrong with Juvia's Place. I think these are like $8 each. In the UK it was like £15 each. I mean, you can't go wrong. And the last Juvia's Place palettes that we have are the Mauves, and she looks like this inside. So this is more of a subtle Valentine's look for your babe who want to do it softly, you know. And this is like a duochrome. I know you can see it shifting there, but yeah, this is more for your babe who's trying to do it softly. The Mauves by Juvia's. Okay, next we're gonna go to Viseart. Now with Viseart I could only find two that I thought were distinctly soft enough to be Valentine's. The others are a bit diluted. So we're gonna go Petite Pro Chou palette from Viseart, and she looks like this. So this is like a fun kind of pinky. I would imagine doing this if it was like I don't know, it was a summer's day and you just want to have a bit of fun, then this is the palette I'd go for to create a Valentine's look. Fun Valentine's look. So for our next set we're going to go to Sigma, and for Sigma it's got to be the Cor De Rosa palette, and she looks like this on the outside. She's a stunning palette actually, absolutely stunning, and she looks like this on the inside. Gorgeous. Next we have Elf for our budget babes, and this one is the Berry Bad palette. So obviously it looks like this on the outside, and it's £3. I think it's $3 as well, so you can't really go wrong with this. But this again will create a very soft Valentine's look. Gorgeous. From Nabla we have the Cutie palette. Now this is going to create dark, kind of moody, kind of, yeah, attitude kind of looks. Yeah, you could probably get the look that's on my eyes right now using this, to be honest with you. So this is right up my street. The Cutie palette from Nabla. From ABH we have Norvina Volume 4, and it looks like this on the outside. So it's got the Valentine's vibes from the outset, and on the inside she's like this. So it's just lots and lots of pink tones that you can soften with the yellows and the neutrals, but fundamentally this will create a fantastic Valentine's look. From Lime Crime, we have the Venus XL palette. Now, she looks like this. I love the look of this palette. Formula-wise, look-wise, oh, it's stunning. I mean, the outside is beautiful. And then the inside, look at this. If this doesn't scream Valentine's, soft, ethereal Valentine's look, I don't know what it is. I mean, you can get deeper tones by using this, or brighten it with this, and soften it with this. And you could literally create a look just by this. It's a fantastic palette for it. But quality-wise, I don't know about all that. But otherwise, Lime Crime's XL. Now, if we go to Natasha Denona, we have, at the moment, we have the Love palette, which looks like this. And this is from last year's Valentine's. And you know what? I love the fact that brands are doing palettes for Valentine's now, because Valentine's is one of those harmless holidays where you're not stealing from anyone's culture. You're not trying to, you know, money grab off of Christmas or off another religious holiday. It's kind of in itself, it's fine. It's just one of those, it's Valentine's. It's not hurting anybody, you know, you're not stealing from anybody, hopefully. So yeah, Valentine's for me is a good time. It's a good clean time to have a palette out. And this is what Natasha Denona's Love palette from last year looks like. I love it. I love anything I can deepen and make a little bit grungy. So this works perfectly for me. Great palette. And then I ummed and ahed about this one because predominantly it's a purple palette, but actually when you look at it properly, it's not. And it is the Natasha Denona Lila palette. And this is what she looks like on the inside. I think this is probably your neutral lovers way to do Valentine's. You can use this colour here, you can use this colour here, this colour here, this colour here. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah, but it is quite neutral, but it does work for sure. Mine's filthy, please don't judge me. But it would work for a Valentine's look, I think, for sure. Now, I shouldn't really be chucking this one in, but I'm gonna because I have it. And it is the new mini love story. So she looks like that. And this is what she looks like up close. She's gorgeous. She works really well as an accompaniment palette to the larger Love palette. I think as a story they go really well together, but you can create whole looks with this palette. So yeah, for that reason I'm going to stick this one in there too. Now my daughter and I had to agree to disagree on this one, and this is the Be Perfect Manifest palette. So you know, it's like a reflective kind of, but yeah, she thinks it is, whereas I disagree purely because there are some, okay, so yeah, this tone here, okay, maybe if we took this out, then yeah, that's a Valentine's Day palette. I think maybe this colour's throwing me off, but yeah, I mean, she's on the money on that one, I guess. Just take that out. Then yeah, it's a Valentine's palette. There's enough soft pinks, hard pinks, deep pinks, and then your neutrals to help you blend it out. Yeah, and this tone here is quite nice. Like a, look at that, that's gorgeous. Yeah, okay, the Manifest palette, we'll throw that in as well, and that's from Be Perfect. Now, the biggest culprit I found in my collection for Valentine's Day palettes is McGrath. So let's get started. So the first one we have is a smaller mothership palette, and this is Rose Decadence, which looks like this. And the inside looks like this. So it's a soft Valentine's palette, but it's going to give you a pink Valentine's look. I mean, you're not going to come away with any other look. It's going to be pink, fundamentally. And these colours are more impactful on the eye than they are in the pan, funnily enough. But yeah, for sure, Rose Decadence. The next palette we have is a quad, and it is the Celestial Divinity Luxe Quad Fleur Fantasia. And she looks like this on the outside, and then she looks like this on the inside. Now, if that doesn't scream soft, rosy, Valentine's glowy, then I don't know what does. You've got your soft pink here, which is gorgeous, and then you've got this lovely lavender shade. I'm gonna just, to help bring it all together. Look at that. Look at them together. They're gorgeous. I'm just gonna wipe them there. Look, gorgeous shades. Absolutely stunning. And then this shade here, on camera doesn't look it, but actually this would go really well with this kind of duochrome here to help bring together the pink look. You might need another palette just to deepen and add a bit of dimension, but actually those are really, these are very spring-like, feminine, romantic Valentine's tones. Because I don't think Valentine's has to always be bright pink or deep pinks or deep reds. I think that's the obvious Valentine's, but something like this, I can see myself putting that on as a Valentine's look. Maybe not all together, but these two for sure, and then maybe these two for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Our next palette is the Celestial Divinity Quad Risque Rose. Again, it's the same outside, so the inside looks like this. Now that's your stereotypical romantic Valentine's Day palette. And this shade here, Lavendarin, along with this shade here, I'm gonna pop them too, that's them there. I'm gonna pop them, put one here. Look at that, oh my gosh. And then that's the pink shade as well, come on. Even just putting that pink shade there, it will make everything look Valentine's-y. Put it next to that, put it next to this, put it next to that, yeah. Instantly, this is instant Valentine's. This will give you a one-stop shop look. And you're gonna have a look with dimension just using these shades. Next we have one of Pat McGrath's newer palettes, but I think it got in there, it didn't come out to the 29th of January, so I think technically it's a palette you already had. So this is Eternal Eden. And again, she's gonna create, I think, softer, because I've done a look on my channel, and it will create a very, very soft Valentine's look. Oh, what have I just done? Just wiped nothing. A very, very soft Valentine's look. Very champagne-y, very rose goldy. In fact, I'm gonna insert some pictures, well, a picture of the look that I created with this, because it is very blown out pink, very pink. And the last palette we have is Divine Rose 2. Now the outside of that looks like this, and the inside, she's like this. Now come on, this, and then the duochrome, and then the gold, and then the soft gold. Yeah, if that's not a Valentine's Day palette, I don't know what. And I mean, the clue is in the name, it's called Divine Rose. Now from Colourpop we have Wine and Only, which is going to give you a really grungy Valentine's look, and she looks like that from the outside. And inside, there she is. Very, very grungy, but all the tones in here are very, very pink. Very, very winey, very, very, I mean obviously the clues in the name, but this will most definitely get you a Valentine's look. Now this is my last cheap palette. Now this one was by Be Perfect, and it is called New Romantic, and this is actually what's on my eyes today. Now this came out on the 4th of February, so technically it's not a palette you already have, technically, but I do have it, so it's going in. Okay, so this is what she looks like on the outside. Now this palette's only £15, okay, so, and the formula, oh, chef's kiss. So that's her there. And that is actually what's on my eyes today. So if you enjoyed my video, please like, please subscribe, please share if you care, and I will see you in the very next one. Actually, I do want to know if you want to see more videos like this of palettes that are already in your collection. So maybe a bright one, maybe a nude one, maybe a cool tone one. Palettes that are already in your collection that you might be sleeping on, or you might even forget that you have. So yeah, let me know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in seeing. And you know what? I will see you in the next video.